Seriously? For real? Droughtlander again?
Let's go. Outlander Season 4, Season Finale, Man of Worth.
Hey guys, it's Marcia and welcome to Really Seriously For Real. Since we have lots to cover, let's get into this.
The episode opens at the Mohawk village where Claire, Jamie, and Ian have finally arrived. The one thing I appreciated here is that they made this encounter much more realistic. The Mohawks were stalking them before they even made it into the village, unlike when Jamie dragged the man bear into the Cherokee village.
Season finale, you really thought I wasn't going to call back to previous episodes?
Ian starts doing his thing, speaking Mohawk, showing the drawing of Roger, and then Calderon comes up and asks Ian, why is this man so important? You came an awfully long way for one man. Now, the only thing that bothered me was that Ian only said that Roger was important to their family. Okay, that's great, but can we maybe say some more?
You beat the man nearly into oblivion, and then you're going to tell the guy that you sold the man to that he's important to your family? Just give him the shortened version. Mistaken identity. Huge mistake on our part. And now his wife is going to kick our butt if we don't bring him home.
So now we're properly introduced to Chief Tawasikwe, who allows them to trade their gear with the village. Roger's fate is still yet undetermined. Everything was going well until Claire took off her neck scarf and revealed the necklace that she found with the skull, the night when she was lost in the woods.
All trade is off. Business hours are over. Roger stays put. Do not pass go and do not collect $200.
Did anyone else find it funny that Claire, after seeing everyone ducking for cover and gasping and hiding after seeing the necklace, that she was trying to give the necklace to the chief in exchange for Roger?
I'm pretty sure they don't want it, Claire. Come on, hun, read the room.
So they retreat with the thought that they'll sneak Roger away, but later they're surrounded by a small group of Mohawk led by this woman. She wants the necklace, but they defuse the situation because of the common need. They want the necklace, and Claire wants answers. And Roger. We learn the necklace belonged to a man called Otter-Tooth. He came to their village warning them of their demise, brought on by the white man. The title sequence at the front of the episode showed the same man in present day, annoyed by the children playing cowboys and Indians in front of him. He was angry that his native history was lost or distorted. He came to their village and tried to unite them to fight the white man, but they feared that there would be retaliation. So Otter-Tooth was banished, and just like the man bear, he just kept coming back. Finally, he was killed. Now, she believed that this necklace holds the power to save her people. So now Claire tells her that if she helps him free Roger, that Claire and crew will help preserve the memory of Otter-Tooth.
Am I the only one who thought this deal was lopsided?
Moving on. So they sneak into the village and find Roger. And it was like a bad nightmare when he sees Jamie.
I love how Roger is so surprised when only a handful of people come to rescue him. And Jamie's just like, who were you expecting? The Mackenzie clan?
Outside the idiot hut, a tribesman finds them, and the tribeswoman that was helping them is just pleading with him not to sound any alarm. So he just stares at her and is like, nope. Gun goes off, and it's like an intense arcade game with them trying to retreat from the village while Claire is dragging Roger around. But they're totally overwhelmed and are captured. The woman, she's banished from the village. I mean, I felt bad about that. But then Claire, Jamie, and Ian are sent away in peace. Like, as long as you take that cursed necklace with you, we're good. But what about Roger? Chief says we need an even exchange.
So here comes Jamie. Take me. Jamie, sit down. Okay, first of all, you're not going to let Claire, Roger, the one-armed dog face, Mohawk's word, not mine, you're not going to let them all make the 700-mile trek back home alone.
While Claire and Jamie are hugging it out, Ian trades himself. I mean, that was genuinely the saddest moment in the whole episode for me. Watching Jamie say goodbye to his nephew. Sam always has the sad emotion on lock. You always feel it with him. It's in his eyes. He was hurt. And young Ian stepping up like that, citing he wanted to be a man of worth. It was just touching.
Notice Roger was staying extra silent. As well he should, as well. Back home with them.
After a pause, they mentioned Jenny.
And you know, I adore Jenny. But you know she's going to whoop their behind when she gets that letter. Jamie talking about she'll understand. Are we talking about the same woman?
Just then, Roger gives a good wallop to Jamie. And Jamie, he lets him. A fair trade, right?
Although Roger should have said, "Excuse me, sir," right before he punched the mess out of him.
So he keeps wailing on him, and I'm like, where the heck were you, Roger, when everyone was battling it out in the village last night and you're hobbling next to Claire? Now you got all this energy to take on Jamie? At the same time, Ian is going through the gauntlet in the Mohawk village rather impressively and makes it to the end. Everyone cheers as he becomes an honorary member. He was so happy, and I was so happy for him. Roger finally tires, and now he gets the lowdown of what actually happened after he left Brianna. Roger kind of ran the gauntlet there of emotions. I don't know what was worse, his finding out Brianna was raped or the fact that it was Stephen Bonnet.
But sorry, the fact that everyone kind of calmed down when Roger was like, "Oh, the reason why I left is because Brianna wanted me to." No, not good enough for me. But I'm not going to go there. No, I'm not. No matter how much I want to. Moving on.
By the time they got to the pregnancy, admittedly, that's a lot because he just knew he was going to take Brianna back to their time. Not so fast, buddy. You gotta love how Claire is like, Brianna can't go back. And Jamie's like, but he can. Go on and get Roger. You left my baby. He's really starting to grow increasingly impatient because he wants to know if Roger is gonna step up and be with Brianna despite it all. He even tells him, you cost me a lad that I love. Okay, so my honey Francois and I, we're on different sides with this. He understood that was probably a lot to take on all at once for Roger. And then you have Jamie there like a revving engine ready to bury him.
I, on the other hand, thought that the best arc for him would have been for him to say how much he loved this woman and that none of that mattered. You know, like, I walked away before, but I'll never walk away again.
Who's right? Comment down below. Instead, we get an indecisive Roger who doesn't know what he'll do. Cut to Riverrun, where our silver-haired fox Murtagh has returned. He has lunch with Jocasta, where she lets him know that she knows everything about the jailbreak and his regulators. She kindly tells him that he will need to move on soon, which he understands, but notes that he is there for Brianna. Jocasta's face just lights up when she starts talking about Brianna. I mean, it's like utter chaos at Riverrun, but she's surrounded by family and she's so happy. She mentions Lord John Grey and their upcoming marriage. Murtagh's face is priceless. Not happy at all. He insults Jocasta, however, when he brings up her multiple marriages. Ouch! Even Ulysses is giving him the watch your tone look. They try another time where they are having drinks, and Murtagh tries to enlist her help with using her influence to assist the regulators. Now Jocasta thinks that he's only there just for his cause. which he genuinely denies. And then she starts to insult him, and then she throws the remainder of her drink in his face. What a nice cut to see Murtagh in Jocasta's bed after they clearly had some sexy. Okay, no, I'm not even gonna do that. They just look too sweet, you know. In the midst of all this, Brianna does in fact give birth to a healthy baby boy, and 2 months later, Claire and Jamie arrive, sans Roger.
Yes, I am.
Roger really needed to pop out of the back of the carriage at that point, because now it really pulled down the whole moment of Brianna reuniting with her parents. Claire couldn't even enjoy the moment of seeing her first grandbaby. I couldn't even enjoy how sexy Jamie looked in that hat.
I mean, do you see that face?
Anyway, sorry, Roger. Brianna's crying, and she sent the cavalry after him to save him. She risked her parents and Ian. I guess she doesn't even know about Ian at this point. Anyway, she held out hope, believing he would return. And that's the moment we got. During the behind the scenes, the producers, they talked about how there was turmoil in the writer's room because people felt that if Roger didn't return at that point, that he would be irredeemable. And yeah, it really bummed me out. The arc of redemption that they were building for Roger all this time, that was slowly climbing, had completely collapsed for me. They did fill it in with some great moments though, where Claire genuinely thanks Jocasta for everything that she did and all the help that she gave. A far cry from the last time they saw each other. And seeing the whole family at dinner was really nice. Except there was still a dark cloud hanging over because of Roger. Claire later tells Brianna that she's going to bring Brianna back to the ridge so she can be surrounded with family. Well, then who's Jocasta then? I understand.
It would have been funny if Brianna's like, at the ridge, I have to sleep in a barn. But here, I get some pretty comfortable digs.
I'm kidding. Anyway, when Roger did finally ride in on his horse the next day and Brianna runs out to him and they hug in the silhouette of the sun, it didn't have the euphoric feeling for me. I literally kind of said to myself, like, okay, can we just get back to Claire and Jamie now? I tried. But they weren't done. Roger says, I may be stubborn, but I'm not a fool. I love you. And he even says, take me to my son.
Can we say it's just another 50-50 split on those that were happy with how the arc played out versus those that were not? You know, I should run a poll. I might just do a poll. Look for that. We'll see.
Eventually, I got over it. All of a sudden, a garrison of men come galloping towards Riverrun. We all think that they're there for Murtagh. Jocasta tells him to hide in the slave quarters.
Note Jamie's look when he sees how close Murtagh and Jocasta are. He's like, wait a minute. Lots happened since you were gone.
When the Redcoats arrive, they're actually looking for Jamie. They drop off a letter from Governor Tryon telling Jamie to gather a militia to fight the regulators. And his first mission? Well, to find and kill Murtagh Fitzgibbons, of course.
Oh boy, fade to black, roll the credits, let Droughtlander commence.
Alright, it was an even episode that wrapped all the open plot lines. The mysterious skull, Roger and Brianna and Jamie, young Ian. What the heck are they gonna do with Murtagh? Yeah, we had closure, and therefore made this a satisfying episode, except for my obvious annoyance with how they positioned Roger.
I can't help it. I'll get over it by season 5 though. And that brings me to a few questions.
That garrison shows up as soon as the Frasers arrive back in town after being gone for like 4 months. Their timing is suspicious to me. And why do you need so many people to deliver one letter if this person is supposed to be on your side? So, I wonder, does Tryon have suspicions about Jamie? It's tough to speculate if the book indeed has it written a certain way, but as a show watcher, is it possible that Bonnet survived the blast, which of course he would have. But could he have survived and sold out Murtagh and Brianna, Jamie, Lord John? Because, I mean, he would have witnessed everything while he was in the jail. What if he was captured and in exchange for his life, he sold them out?
Or maybe it was Roger. It's like the ultimate payback. Okay, I swear, I'm just kidding. He was gone for a while.
All right. What do you think will happen? I won't do a question of the day because I think I left you with a bunch of questions throughout the video. Pick one. You're welcome. Comment down below.
As for this channel, my New Year's resolution was to quit the procrastination and step up the content. So starting in February, you're gonna see an awful lot of new content dropping. Now listen, I mean, you gotta think about it. The channel is called Really Seriously For Real, so it just leaves it open to many, many possibilities. I want it to feel like we're chit-chatting in the break room at work, you know? Like when you're talking to your coworkers, you're talking about life events. And that's exactly what I want to start to drive home here. So it won't just be about TV and movie reviews anymore. But don't worry, have no fear. Outlander will always rest here. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but since it did, whatever. So with that, my friends, thanks for watching. Until next time.